You okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jay's all dressed up against the cold already.
Well, it's not my fault. I need fucking blood thinners to survive.
No, it's not. It is your fault that you have that Deadpool button, though.
So?
I don't know, I'm just saying, Deadpool's a little overplayed. What the heck is this? Gravestone graveyard?
I guess. I mean, it's all marble.
Yeah. This is not like pile rocks on the grave for ceremonial purposes thing. This is something like I never saw before.
No.
And it's so surprising. This place is so well kept. It's a historic cemetery.
Well, kind of looks like these are parts of graves, just because this right here looks like it's supposed to be in one piece.
Yeah.
But it's
I kind of figured that, but
broken.
it's just I've never seen what happens to old memorials when they get taken down.
Ow. Why is that hurting?
You sure you don't want to just go back to the car? I mean, this place ain't going anywhere.
It feels like there's like a thistle or something in my sock.
I would not rule that out.
Even though I had my that leg down like that.
Yeah, thistles have a way of getting everywhere. Do you want to, like, sit down, you disrobe your foot?
Yeah.
All right. I'll wander around.
Sorry, Clayton.
Big thank you to Clayton Hauser, who has been so kind as to let us visit him. I was worried about burrs, but they've all fallen down by now. The roads are coated in leaves. Too bad I can't get live footage of that without wrecking my car. Man, there are gopher holes everywhere. For all that it's getting cold, there hasn't been much rain yet. Doesn't feel like Halloween without some water on the ground. That one's pretty rad. Oh, wow. That is really recent. Look. Brand new. It hasn't even faded. 2016. 1992. People must have really loved them. Pretty sure I'm not going to get tributes like this when I'm dead. Don't really have very many friends. think I'm slipping into another depressive phase. But all things considered, probably should. Probably be wrong if I didn't. No good?
Try. Come out.
Truck run off the road here, or was it a grave digging vehicle, or what?
It's fine now.
You okay then? Is that laser printed? Their likenesses are just carved right into the stone.
Probably.
Yeah, this one's so big that they actually have streets inside of of the cemetery. The graves have addresses. Wow. The Boones must have either been really adored in their community or stupid loaded.
Probably both. The grave that we were sitting at. I looked down at a corner of it, and it said erected by Boone's Memorials. So more than likely they were family.
I think I know the place. It's on the way to Columbia from town. It's the same. It's a little next door to that pest control place that has the giant ant sitting on it.
Ah, that place.
Yeah. Then this madness surrounding the election. It's a wonder they didn't hang it up upside down. I mean, this is, for real, going to cause a severe erosion of democracy and our trust in its ability to govern. The seeds that have been planted by the outgoing administration are going to bear some real ugly fruit when the time comes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that I think he's not going to eventually, leave office to make way for the next president. But it's that I think that he's going to try so hard to save face in front of his supporters that it's going to, in the long run, cause our downfall.
All it takes is one.
Oh well. Nothing lasts forever.
It was a great experiment while it lasted.
I like ones like these that it shows the weather.
Mm-hmm.
Those gray streaks that come down. It's the sort of thing, you know, any connoisseur of the macabre dreams of. And a lot of them are like that here.
Yep.
They are just that old. Old as balls. I think that this might have been the route that we went when we went on that Voices of the Past graveyard tour a couple years back.
Mm. Well, yeah, if we find McLeod.
Yeah,
Yes.
that'll be coming up on the left.
Yep.
I used a picture of that as my profile picture for a long time.
Yep.
I had a DeviantArt account that had that picture as the profile because, you know, I was one of those guys. But honestly, I took vaguely arty pictures and posted them up. You know, that was as creative as I ever got. You know, I never got so far as to creating god-awful fan arts and things like that. Yeah, that's the one. Jay and I love it because we're fans of Highlander and Highlander the series.
Yes.
I take my hot dogs the same way.
Yeah.
Loads of ketchup. I lost a ketchup eating competition because I couldn't hork them down without putting some ketchup on them. It slowed me down. That and the fact that I filled up on chips first. Never fill up on chips first.
Never fill up on anything. Always keep
Unless,
your eyes on the
like,
prize.
unless, like, you're trying to take revenge on your whole town, like in Stand By Me, I guess.
Yeah.
I actually have never seen that bit of Stand By Me. I've only seen bits and pieces of it, but I read it in the short story, and I highly recommend it. It's hilarious. So that's what happens when one breaks in half, huh? I wonder what they used to seal it back on. Now, what is that? Doesn't quite look like concrete. Jay,
Probably not.
what do you think?
It's probably mortar.
Mortar, huh?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, poke it.
Yeah, there's.
Just poke it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just mortar. That it's got no give to it, so it's not anything anything modern.
But it's a rock. It's not supposed to have any give to it.
Yeah, I was touching the actual
Yeah.
adhesive thing.
At least the tree colors have finally turned.
Yeah.
I mean, they have been this halfway shade of green yellow for the past couple months.
Yeah.
You know, I used to tell my dad, "Look at that; those are some real confused trees."
Very.
Really an ornate one way up there. That one's a pretty fly also. The Wicked Rich of the turn of the century. And that one is just straight leaning against a tree, man. Where were the mortar guys on that one, huh?
Who knows? Maybe it's just when they're broken in half that they get sealed.
Okay, now there's something really interesting over here. I don't think I've talked about it before on my channel, so let's go right here under this beautiful black oak and read the inscription on the marble slab. To honor the Chinese pioneers. This marks the burial site of Colombia's early Chinese miners and merchants. In keeping with their traditions, the remains have been disinterred and returned to their homeland. Yeah, they kind of forcibly gave those first people a Christian burial, even though it wasn't what they wanted. And it was only like a century later that they were finally expatriated. We learned about that on the You Talking Gravestone tour also. It was very affecting. One of the descendants of those guys was here. He was wearing an antique suit and hat. It was super moving. Okay, for a second I thought that was dead till I started seeing some green stuff at the top.
Yeah.
Crazy, twisty branches.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not naive enough to think that these trees have been here since the gold rush. Or at least that they weren't little tiny when that happened. But they're still probably way old. Most of them, I mean, except for these things. These freaks of nature.
Yes.
I mean, these are to trees as the poodle is to the ancient dog. Somebody here was having frozen yogurt. Frozen yogurt at a... Yeah, frozen yogurt. Of all places to...
Yeah.
Okay, this one is fresh. The earth is still up, and the DOD hasn't been carved on. I wonder how long since Helen got here.
Probably not long.
Hi, Helen.
Hello. Probably not long. I mean...
And there's the spoon. There's the spoon. You know, it was probably at the memorial service that somebody was having ice cream.
The fact that the mound hasn't gone down much means it was probably in the last week or two.
Yeah, that's the good part about chaparral graveyards. You know, there's no grass, so they don't like force the ground down to make it easier for the people to mow the grass.
Mm-hmm.
And that's also a sign that they don't use concrete vaults. Or at least they don't now.
Mm.
Okay, here's another of those really old ones, just real gnarly and weathered and covered in lichen.
Warren S. Goss.
Yeah, those are my favorites.
Yeah. See what?
I mean, I'm probably going to die broke and I'm just going to get one of those little plaques. Or maybe not even that. You know, I mean, I either want to have a natural burial or, you know, if that's too expensive, a direct cremation. So, the odds are that I won't have anything this fancy. I mean, unless I suddenly, like, win the lottery or get famous or something.
Yeah, that would be nice.